Imagine a world where the hum of rotary phones echoes through a sleepy coastal town, and the future arrives not with a bang, but with a cold, calculating beep from a machine that threatens to silence human voices forever. It's 1983, the dawn of the personal computer revolution, when neon dreams and shoulder pads defined the era, and a group of quick-witted telephone operators faced down the specter of automation with nothing but their charm, their ingenuity, and a dash of bold creativity. This is the story of how a film captured that moment, a sparkling comedy that blended heartfelt laughs with the electric energy of its time, all while whispering a timeless truth about what it means to be irreplaceably human. Welcome to the making of The Young Like It Hot, a cinematic gem that still rings true 4 decades later. Let's step back to the early 1980s, a period when the adult film industry was riding high on the waves of its golden age. Theaters across America buzzed with feature-length stories that dared to weave narrative depth into their entertainment, drawing audiences who craved more than fleeting glimpses. They wanted worlds to immerse themselves in. It was an era of ambition, where filmmakers borrowed from Hollywood's playbook, crafting scripts with plot twists, character arcs, and even original soundtracks that could make you hum along long after the credits rolled. Into this vibrant scene stepped Bob Chin, a director whose name was synonymous with joyfully irreverent comedies that celebrated the absurdities of everyday life. Chin had already etched his legacy with hits like the zany hospital romp Candy Strippers and the delightfully chaotic Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls, films that proved you could laugh out loud while savoring the thrill of connection. But by 1983, Chin had weathered a storm of professional setbacks, delayed projects, creative doubts, and the relentless churn of an industry always chasing the next big thing. He needed a spark, something fresh to reignite his passion. That spark came from an unlikely alliance. Caribbean Films, the powerhouse production company helmed by the enigmatic Harry Money and the trailblazing Gail Palmer. Money, a shadowy figure in the industry's lore, built an empire from the ground up, weaving together a vast network of theaters, distribution channels, and innovative ventures that funneled resources into films that aimed higher than the average fare. Under his watchful eye, Caribbean Films became a beacon for quality, pouring budgets into 35mm shoots that gave their movies a glossy, big-screen polish. And at his side was Palmer, a former Playboy playmate turned producer extraordinaire, whose keen eye for storytelling elevated every project she touched. Palmer wasn't just a financier. She was a visionary who believed in characters you could root for, dialogues that crackled with wit, and themes that lingered like a favorite melody. Together, they offered Chin the canvas he craved. A tale set in the humming heart of a small-town switchboard office, where the threat of technological takeover loomed like a storm cloud over a summer picnic. The script for The Young Like It Hot emerged from this fertile ground, primarily penned by Palmer herself, with uncredited flourishes from Chin's collaborators, including the rising star Hypatia Lee and the insightful Jim Holliday. Holliday, a historian and wordsmith whose later books would chronicle the industry's triumphs and trials, brought a layer of authenticity to the pages, ensuring the dialogue felt lived in and the stakes rang true. At its core, the story unfolds over a single frantic day at the Ocean Valley Telephone Company, a quaint operation where operators connect callers not just to numbers, but to moments of genuine warmth. The rumor mill churns. Corporate bigwigs plan to install a computer system, rendering the human touch obsolete. Panic ripples through the ranks, but the supervisor, the poised and resourceful Lonnie, rallies her team with a plan as audacious as it is heartfelt. In a world racing toward efficiency, they'll remind everyone why flesh and blood connection can't be programmed. What follows is a whirlwind of improvised advice, empathetic listening, and escalating antics that turn routine calls into unforgettable encounters, proving that sometimes the best way to save a job is to touch a heart. Casting this ensemble was like assembling a dream team for a heist movie, each performer bringing a unique flair that elevated the material. At the helm was Hypatia Lee as Lonnie, the film's beating heart, and a debut that announced her arrival as a force of nature. Born to shine, Lee had already captivated audiences as an exotic dancer, her multi-award-winning performances blending grace with an innate charisma that lit up any room or screen. This was her grand entrance into feature films, following a smaller turn earlier that year in the lighthearted Naughty Girls Need Love 2. Chin, sensing her potential, built the role around her strengths. Lonnie is the steady hand guiding her colleagues through chaos, her confidence a beacon amid the uncertainty. Lee's preparation was meticulous. She collaborated on story tweaks, ensuring Lonnie's arc felt personal, a reflection of her own journey from stage lights to silver screen. Off-camera, her partnership with husband Bud Lee added a layer of easy chemistry, making their shared moments feel effortlessly real. Flanking Lee was a roster of luminaries who embodied the film's spirit of camaraderie. Kay Parker brought her signature poise and depth to Cheryl, the empathetic veteran whose guidance over the lines turns into sessions of profound understanding, helping callers navigate life's tender intricacies with the warmth of an old friend. Parker, already a fixture in the era's best-loved stories, infused Cheryl with a quiet authority, drawing from her own experiences to make every exchange resonate. Then there was Shauna Grant as Cindy, the wide-eyed ingenue whose earnest mishaps provide the film's comic pulse. Billed early on as Callie Ames, Grant was a fresh face with a porcelain doll allure and a knack for physical comedy that turned her character's DIY blunders into slapstick gold. Her subplot, involving a hapless caller whose projects go delightfully awry under her well-meaning tutelage, showcases Grant's range, adorable one moment, captivating the next. Lily Marlene's Marie added a poignant counterpoint, her reserved demeanor hiding depths of longing that unfold in quietly moving beats, while Linda Shaw's Stephanie kicked things off with a burst of energy, her night shift escapades setting the tone for the day's adventures. The men of the office rounded out this tapestry with equal panache. Eric Edwards, ever the reliable everyman, nailed Mr. Fishbait as the befuddled middle manager, out of his depth yet endearingly optimistic, a perfect foil for the operator's ingenuity. Edwards, with his boyish charm and impeccable timing, turned Fishbait into a lovable bumbler whose arc ties the chaos together. Bud Lee, doubling as performer and story contributor, brought levity as David, the token male operator whose supportive role highlights the team's unity. Joey Silvera's Jeff delivered the film's most memorable laughs, his repairman's misadventures with Cindy's advice culminating in a meet-cute that's equal parts farce and fireworks. Supporting turns from Herschel Savage as the steadfast Bill, Mike Horner as the resourceful Tom, Ray Wells as the roguish Jim, Paul Thomas in a cameo of quiet intensity, and William Margold's hilarious prank caller added layers of texture, each interaction building toward a crescendo of collective triumph. With the cast locked in, production shifted to the nuts and bolts, the alchemy that would transform script pages into celluloid magic. Caribbean Films spared no expense, committing to a full 35mm Eastman color shoot that gave the film its luminous, candy-coated glow. Locations were scouted with care, the bustling switchboard office, a meticulously dressed set evoking the era's analog charm, complete with clacking typewriters, corkboard bulletin walls, and a wall clock ticking inexorably forward to underscore the urgency. One standout sequence unfolded in a once grand Belvedere, Tiburon address, its elegant spiral staircase lending a touch of old-world romance to a pivotal house call. Though that architectural jewel has since faded from the landscape, its memory endures in the film's frames. Chin's direction was a masterclass in controlled frenzy, intercutting between phone lines to create a symphony of overlapping lives, each call a thread in a larger web of connection. Behind the lens was Jack Remy, a cinematographic wizard whose work on Anthony Spinelli's acclaimed features had already set a gold standard. Remy's eye for composition turned the ordinary into the extraordinary. Gliding dolly shots swept through the office like a gentle breeze. Coordinated wardrobes in pastel hues popped against the warm lighting, and subtle shifts in natural light marked the passage from dawn to dusk. He framed his subjects with unflinching affection, ensuring every performer looked their absolute best. Soft focus on tender moments, crisp clarity on comedic beats. Editing fell to Pearl Diamond, whose rhythmic cuts kept the pace brisk without sacrificing emotional beats, while Vincent Earle handled second unit duties to capture the off-site flourishes. Makeup artist H. Wayne Coker and costumer Sherry Eastmore added the finishing touches, evoking 1980s authenticity with a wink. Big hair, bold accessories, and outfits that moved with the performer's energy. The soundtrack sealed the deal, an aggressively catchy theme song that bursts forth during the opening credits like a burst of sunshine. Penned with the era's pop sensibilities in mind, it sets a tone of playful defiance, underscoring the operator's resolve with infectious hooks that linger. Chin, ever the storyteller, wove in subtle nods to the industry's touchstones, a playful echo of Deep Throat's legacy in One Caller's Dilemma, a meta jab at corporate boardrooms, without ever breaking the spell. Challenges arose, as they do on any ambitious set. The tight schedule demanded precision, and coordinating the ensemble's comings and goings tested logistics. Yet, the mood remained buoyant, fueled by Chin's collaborative spirit and the cast's infectious enthusiasm. Lee later recalled the set as a family affair, where off-hours barbecues and script readings built bonds that translated to screen magic. Holliday's presence as second unit director added historical heft, his insights ensuring the film's commentary on automation felt prescient rather than preachy. As principal photography wrapped, post-production polished the rough edges into a radiant whole. The film's runtime clocked in at a lean 91 minutes, paced like a well-timed phone conversation, quick setups, lingering payoffs, and a resolution that lands with satisfying uplift. Released on October 5, 1983, in New York City, The Young Like It Hot hit theaters amid a wave of anticipation. Critics raved. Hustler's Lon M. Friend hailed it as the kind of adult movie no one cares to make anymore, but a lot of people still want to see, praising its blend of frothy fun and genuine heart. Audiences flocked, drawn by word-of-mouth buzz and the promise of stars like Lee and Parker delivering performances that transcended the genre. It became a sleeper hit, its box office success affirming Caribbean films' gamble on quality over quantity. But the film's magic lay deeper than its immediate appeal. At its heart, The Young Like It Hot is a love letter to human resilience, a sly satire on the march of progress that asks, can a machine ever truly understand the nuances of a hesitant voice on the line, the pause before a confession, the spark of shared vulnerability? Lonnie's leadership, Cheryl's compassion, Cindy's chaos. They're not just saving jobs, they're defending the messy, marvelous essence of connection. In one subplot, a caller's marital hiccups bloom into renewed harmony under gentle guidance. In another, a DIY disaster sparks an unlikely romance. These threads weave a tapestry that's as relatable today as it was then, especially in our age of algorithms and chatbots, where the personal touch feels ever more precious. Reflecting on the film's legacy, it's impossible not to marvel at how it captured lightning in a bottle. Chin's direction found the sweet spot between levity and longing, while Remy's visuals wrapped it all in a nostalgic sheen that boutique restorers like Vinegar Syndrome have since burnished to 4K perfection. The cast's alchemy, Lee's star power, Parker's gravitas, Grant's sparkle, created moments that endure, from heartfelt office pep talks to the climactic boardroom showdown where ingenuity triumphs over spreadsheets. Even the cynical twist, where victory hinges not just on merit, but on a little creative accounting, adds a knowing wink, reminding us that progress is rarely linear. 40 years on, The Young Like It Hot stands as a time capsule of optimism amid uncertainty, a reminder that in the face of cold efficiency, warmth wins every time. It's the film that dared to laugh at the future while embracing the now, proving that the best stories, the ones that hook you from the first ring and hold you till the final click, are the ones that celebrate us, flaws and all. So pick up the phone, dial into the past, and let this classic remind you, some connections are too alive to automate. Thanks for joining me on this journey through celluloid history. Until next time, keep the line open.